So hello, welcome back. If we've never met before, I'm Brianna. I do lots of makeup, drag, beauty, tutorials, fun stuff, so subscribe. Today I have my favorite Bride of Chucky, Nancy Downs inspired look. Can't slow down this life that you're living. I had posted this, I don't know, spring, and people loved it. If you know me, I'm always very 90s inspired. Every look I'm like 90s this, 90s that. I just kind of like the structure and the overall kind of like focus on impact, like intense. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I really love Tiffany from Bride of Chucky. She had a really crazy, beautiful, like intense look.
Who the fuck is Martha Stewart?
My idol?
And Nancy is like my favorite character ever. My brows, like she's my inspiration completely.
Let's call the corners, shall we?
In the video, I'm doing a whole walkthrough tutorial trying to take you through why I put what where, what I'm using. So yeah, let's get into it. And I already started the eye, primed with some Shape Tape, and then I took some of the Revolution cut crease base. I'm really not too particular since it's for a picture and I didn't set it at all. I start with like that very classic plummy cool color just for the edges. Can't hold out this time you've been given. You're on a mission, headed for the eye, I'm trying to keep it real simple. Originally I did use the Riviera palette with so the purple and the white I got great use of, but since I got the Jackie palette, I'm gonna use the Jackie palette. And I took Pinker, which is like a berry, mulberry type of shade. I used that just to bring some depth to the outer corner. Those with hooded eyes, take notice of the shape. When I'm blending it or placing it, I'm kind of very focused on making sure it's showing and giving some definition to the eyes. Very snatched, so if you like something dramatic or if you're going for any type of villain look for Halloween, this is very that. So yeah, this was just those two colors so far, and the most color is deposited here. You kind of just drag it up and through here in the slightest. Just take it slow with shadows. I don't think I'm great with eyeshadow, but the more you kind of just focus on whatever shape you're going for, if you know what works for you, just build it slowly. You'll find what works. And then I don't own very cool plummy shadows. I go very deep other than this palette, so I'm gonna go with these last two. Some definition and a note from the editor. When I add another color with gradient type look, I will go kind of in a dabbing motion with that deeper shadow in an effort to just pack on the color and not put too much and make everything muddy. So I'll place it in that wing shape and I'll get a clean brush, sort of take the edges and blend them into the transition or whatever color I did before. And then I feel like a lot of people, their main concerns are kind of like how to do eyeshadow for hooded eyes. A lot of people are like, you really give us hope that you can do something. I recommend, if not my videos, even checking out Miss Fame or like Violet, Chucky, how they kind of work with their eye. You learn a lot about building structure on the eye, and that translates to beauty makeup, drag makeup. It's valuable to build off of that. I took those deeper shades and I just kind of took some of that pinker just to really marry the two colors. I don't know, but you can kind of eyeball everything so it looks more even. Just something that I take note of when I do shadow to give optimal shape to my eye. If I'm going with depth, I want the most of it kind of on this outer corner or high up here. Kind of nothing heavy in this area with this type of shape. I want to make sure kind of like can be pulled out here and start the definition here through my nose bridge so everything can kind of be synced up. And then for this eye, I really don't care for it to be like a cut crease, so I'm gonna leave everything at this, and I'm gonna take a little bit more of that Revolution cut crease canvas.
I know that shit did not focus.
I'm just gonna go ahead and brighten up kind of this inner area and then set it with that white from the Riviera palette, because this is a matte eye, which I prefer. So I'm kind of stamping it over the edges of the shadow there. To guide where I'm taking kind of that lid cream color, I'm just using like maybe like from this inner corner I could see this is the hollow, and this is kind of where I would highlight for kind of my nose starting through here. So I'm gonna do my lid, and then I want it to be known with all the looks and everything. Maybe color wise, if you want the exact look, it'd be helpful to have the same products, but with anything I encourage you to use whatever you have. It's really more about the technique. If you know where you're going, you could definitely make anything work. Just to set that real quick so I can move on, I'm gonna use Sails from the Riviera palette. And I guess this is becoming a tricks for hooded eyes video, but if you have hooded eyes, I recommend sticking to matte if you're trying to go for structure on the eye. To make it a little more purple, I'm gonna take some of Big Wig just cause and dust that over everything, and then I'm gonna just move on to the face, and that just brought a pop. And I probably sound really annoying talking about kind of how I care for synchronicity through the eye, where I'm building structure and bringing impact, but it all really makes a difference even if I reference like how I used to do my makeup, since hooded eyes can just be really hard to navigate where to put what, since you are creating the structure yourself. So yeah, there's a lot to just be learned by watching or studying photos. For the eye, I did a really cool thing with the inner corner on the lower lash line. I'm gonna draw it out and hope for the best. I'm gonna use the HOODED liner, which is actually really cool. It's like dual-sided. I'm doing this before my face so I don't like mess up my concealer. So I'm gonna start kind of rough, then I'm gonna make the little point. And then I can tweak the shape. So that's also a good part of doing it first. And so there you go. I'll smudge it later. That definitely pulls out your eye and it's really beautiful once it's smudged. I'm gonna try to speed through the skin. I have other videos focused on my skin. I'll be sure to link up here somewhere where I focus on the kind of complexion I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna try to incorporate really pale accents to highlight, and then use a powder that's just a little ashy for those highlights. I'm all about intentional flashback.
Can't hold out this time you've been given. You're on a mission, but headed for collision. And I can't look back on life with indecision. It's not a prison.
I'm gonna go in this one to kind of smudge out under here.
What you say, it's in your face, you lie. It's alright.
So it actually went here and then here.
Pull you down when you try. It's alright.
And that kind of makes the eye.
Where do we go? I hear the call of the wild. This is our night, our life. Where do we go? I hear the...
And then for the lip, I'm gonna do the HOODED liner with Black Moon Sleepwalker. I'm gonna do lashes. These are the hoodie ones from HOODED. They're perfectly like fluffy. I love them, and the band isn't so stiff like a lot of HOODED ones have been in the past, and I normally do not fuck with lashes because they just don't lay well on my eyes. And I'll be back. That's the look. Hope y'all loved it. I feel like it's super classic, very neat.
I'm a Scorpio rising.
And hopefully it's informative for anyone who wants to play with a dramatic eye. It's exactly that. You can also just use kind of that structure or the steps with different colors to do different looks. It's like the ground rules. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and that's everything. Thank you for watching.